Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads, looking formidable eggs, if I may say so. If you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads while you watch at home, Kevin, you've got one.
Yes, popular in the USA in the 1940s, a machine called a panoram, so it's panorama but without the A on the end, a panoram, was the earliest example of a device for doing what? And the what is something that's often really considered to be an invention of the late 1970s, but this was done earlier.
Well, let's find out the answer from Kevin at the end of the show. Taking on our quiz champions today are the Gatley Floggers from Cheshire. Now, this team are all members of the Gatley Golf Club in Heald Green. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Peter. I'm a biology teacher.
Hi, I'm Chris and I'm a retired financial advisor.
Hi, I'm Keith and I'm a home carer.
Hello, I'm Mike. I'm a retired deputy head teacher.
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm a retired sales account manager.
So, Peter and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. And you met over a lost putter, Peter, is that right?
Yeah, it was. I was playing around with a friend of mine who was a member at the club, and as we came off, there was 6 or 7 of the club all staring up into the trees. And we went over and asked what they were doing, obviously, and basically one of them had missed a putt from about that far and lost his temper and therefore lost his putter up in the tree. So I thought, this is the sort of golf club I want to join.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was thinking when the putter was in the tree that it was all part of the same putt, that he just took too big a swing.
He just missed a little one, a little tiddler to win the match, and that was it. He just lost it.
Is the anonymous angry putter with us today, or...?
I couldn't possibly say.
We'll have to try and work out who it is. OK, you quiz a bit as well, I gather.
Yes, we have regular quiz nights at the golf club to raise money for charity and things like that. So we don't quiz as a team, but we've quizzed against each other quite frequently.
Well, that's useful. I see we've got a biology teacher and another deputy head teacher and a home carer. We've got a nice range of skills here. Anyone a golfer here?
Not really.
No.
Very occasionally.
Look at that. Oh, occasionally, says Pat. We might find out about that later. Gatley Floggers, good luck. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. If they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to our next show. So, challengers, the Eggheads have won just the last game. They've had a bit of a putter in the tree moment themselves. So, £2,000 for you if you beat them. You want to try?
Definitely.
Good stuff. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of arts and books. So, one of you, please, against either Barry, Chris, Pat, Kevin or Lisa.
Ray?
I'll go, yeah.
You happy with that?
Go.
OK, Ray.
Who do you fancy against?
My mate from Didsbury, Chris.
Oh, OK.
Didsbury, Chris?
Well, lived for a couple of years in Didsbury when I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
All right, so Ray from the Gatley Floggers telling us about Chris's history in Didsbury. Please, if you can, both of you, take your positions in our question room. Arts and books, Ray, would you like to go first or second?
First, please.
OK, don't throw the putter in the tree. Here we go. Which of these is a fox created by Beatrix Potter? S.E.O. Trott, Mr. Todd or Stuart Little?
I don't think it's Stuart Little. I think I'll go for Mr. Todd.
Challengers, is he right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Mr. Todd.
Because Stuart Little's a mouse.
Stuart Little's a mouse.
And S.E.O. Trott is that Dustin
tortoise-
Hoffman
tortoise
film, the
backwards.
tortoise. Yeah.
Tortoise backwards.
Exactly, the Roald Dahl tortoise, yeah. OK, Chris, which Shakespeare character declares, a horse, my kingdom for a horse? King Lear, Othello or Richard III?
I remember the Monty Python sketch. It's Richard III.
Richard III is right. Back to you we go, Ray. The Australian performance artist, club promoter and fashion designer Lee Bowery was a frequent muse for which painter? Lucian Freud, L.S. Lowry or David Hockney?
Don't think it was Lowry. Don't think it was Hockney. Certainly wasn't Lowry. I'd go for Lucian Freud.
Lucian Freud is correct. Well done. 2 out of 2, playing well. Chris, back to you to catch up. Which Radio 2 presenter wrote the novel Mad Blood Stirring, published in April 2018? Simon Mayo, Ken Bruce, Steve Wright?
Well, I used to know Ken Bruce quite well. I don't think he'd write anything called Mad Blood Stirring. Steve Wright or Simon Mayo? All things considered, I'll go for Simon Mayo.
I'm so glad you did. My colleague will not be offended. Simon Mayer is the right answer. Well done. 2-2. And back to you we go, Ray, for your third question. Can be crucial. The ballet dancer who found fame as Ninette de Valois was born in which country? Ninette de Valois. Spain, Ireland, or Finland?
Don't think it was Ireland. Doesn't sound Irish enough. So it's either Finland or Spain. Spain.
Challengers, do you know?
No. No
I
idea.
think it's Spain.
Yeah, it's actually Ireland.
Oh.
So Ireland, the answer there. And that means, Chris, you have a chance to take the round with this question. The carpenter John, his wife Alison, astrology student Nicholas, and parish clerk Absalom are characters in which of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales? The wife of Bath's Tale, the miller's tale, or the squire's tale?
Ah, well, I think it's Alison. Yeah, so that's the Miller's Tale.
The miller's tale is quite right, Chris. Well done. You've taken the round. 3 out of 3. Sorry, Ray. Beaten by our egghead, and therefore not in the final, but early days. Come back to us. We'll play round 2. Okay, the Gatley Floggers have lost 1 club from the final round. The Eggheads have lost none so far, all still there, trying to get a bit of a run going, these Eggheads. We've got to stop them. It's geography now, gentlemen. Who wants this?
I don't mind doing geography.
Do you want to go for it, Chris?
I don't
You go
mind.
for it, Chris.
You
For it, Chris.
Chris, okay. Chris against which Egghead? And obviously can't be the other Chris, thankfully.
I think I should go with Pat in the middle.
Yeah, so we've got Barry, Chris, Pat.
Only
Yeah.
because he's got facial hair and I've got facial hair.
Yep. He's quite a good quizzer. Chris from the Gatley Floggers, take it on, Pat. From the Eggheads, round 2. Please take your positions. Chris, do you like to play your golf?
I do. I thoroughly enjoy a game of golf and the company that goes with it.
And Pat, you were mentioning that you've been out on the course once or twice.
Yes, but again, I haven't been a member of a golf club for 10 years, so it's fallen into abeyance. But I have played quite a bit of golf in the past.
It wasn't, just crazy putting, was it?
No, the real deal with grass and rough and bunkers and everything.
You have a caddy?
No, I did all my own work. I stayed grounded. Yeah.
Despite everything, you remain our Pat.
Yes.
Okay. So geography, Chris, let's find out how you are on that subject. And would you like to go first or second against Pat?
I think I'll go first, please.
Here we go. Good luck. Bhutan is part of which continent? Asia, South America, or Africa?
It's certainly not in Africa. I'm pretty sure it's not in South America, and I'm pretty sure it's in Asia.
Asia's right. Well done. Pat, which of these places in the UK is the most northerly? Penzance, Cambridge, or Margate?
Well, Penzance is in the toe of Cornwall, so it's the most southerly. Margate is in Kent on the Channel, and Cambridge is up a good distance in the East Midlands. Could I have the question one more time, please?
Which of these places in the UK is the most northerly?
Yes, I think Cambridge is comfortably the most northerly.
It is indeed. Cambridge is right. 1 each. And back to you we go, Chris, our golfer. The national flag of which South American country features an Andean condor? Ecuador, Brazil, or Argentina, Chris?
Okay. Andean condor is a big bird, isn't it? So I don't think it's Brazil. I don't remember seeing any condors on the Brazilian flags. I think I'll go with Ecuador.
Good answer.
Well done,
Ecuador's
Chris.
right. Well done. Okay, Pat, back to you we go. Which of these places in Africa has a coastline on an ocean? Timbuktu, Ouagadougou, or Mogadishu?
Well, Timbuktu is in Mali, deep in the Sahara Desert, and Ouagadougou is a bit closer to the Atlantic, but it's still well inland. Mogadishu is on the Indian Ocean, the capital of Somalia, so it's Mogadishu.
Mogadishu is quite right. Now, Ouagadougou is in which country, Eggheads, do you know?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso, right. Okay, Chris? The ancient chalk figure in Dorset known as the Cerne Giant is approximately how many metres long? 25, 40, or 55?
I'm not sure I've seen this. I've only seen pictures of it. It's one of the areas I've not driven around much. But I'm guessing he's pretty big. You can see him from a long way away. And he looks big. So I think I will go down the middle. I think I'll go for 40.
40 is your answer, but it's wrong, I'm afraid. Getting a problem with our third questions team, aren't we? 55 is correct. Now, Pat has the chance, just like Chris did in the last round. Here's your question, Pat, to book your place in the final. Belize shares borders with Mexico and which other country? Is it Mexico and Guatemala, El Salvador, or Honduras?
It's not El Salvador, so it's between Guatemala and Honduras. I'm a bit, it should be an easy question, but I'm slightly concerned. Belize used to be known as British Honduras, which perhaps suggests a bordering with Honduras. But something in my mind is saying it's Guatemala. Guatemala is very large, well, quite large. Reaches a lot, it's got a big Pacific coast, but it reaches quite a way across. I'm in two minds here. I'm going to go for Guatemala.
Guatemala is your answer. Barry knows. Barry?
Totally correct.
Totally correct. Well done, Pat. 3-2 again. Sorry, Chris. And he was havering and wavering there, wasn't he? Pat is in the final. Chris, sorry, knocked out. So let's see what happens in round 3. Please come back, rejoin your teams. Well, the Gatley Floggers have now lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost none. The Eggheads are playing well. You haven't even got a question wrong, Eggheads, so far.
There's time.
There is time. Yes, that's true. Now is the moment. Film and TV is the subject. Who wants this?
Not me. Definitely not.
No, says Mike.
Why not? Go on.
Yeah,
I'll have a double.
Yeah.
OK, Keith's going to dabble in film and TV against which Egghead? Can't be Chris or Pat.
I'll have to have Barry with his shirt then, won't I?
Yeah, the 2 shirts. Yours is great, by the way. I can see...
This is a completely dull one, this one. I've got some brighter ones. But...
No, I think Barry's got his eyes on that.
I have
Just
indeed.
watch him in the booth.
Have it for 2,000 quid.
Keith through the Gatley Floggers taking on Barry, known as the Brain. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Barry, these shirts together. This must never happen again.
The world is not ready for this.
Oh, my goodness. I honestly get it. They're making me dizzy. The 2 of them together. Keith, do you like to wear shirts like Barry, this kind of Bermuda effect?
Yeah, I don't mind. I like the odd shirt. I've got loads of bright ones at home.
Have you?
Yeah. Lovely.
Let's hope your quizzing is bright too. First or second, Keith?
I'll go first, please.
All right, here we go. Good luck. What is the first name of the character played by Julia Sawalha in the TV comedy Absolutely Fabulous? First name, Safi, Bubble, or Patsy?
Well, Patsy's Joanna Lumley. I haven't got a clue who Bubble is, but I know Safi is Julia Sawalha. So my answer is Safi.
Safi is played by Julia Sawalha. Yes, right. Well done. OK, Barry. Lee Ridley, the winner of Britain's Got Talent in 2018, won under what stage name? Lost Voice Guy, Squeaky Voice Guy, or Deep Voice Guy?
He was the phenomenal Lost Voice Guy.
Lost Voice Guy is correct. Keith, back to you. Who plays the role of Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy films? Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pine?
This is why I didn't want this subject. I will have to have a wild stab in the dark, and I'll have to go for Chris Hemsworth, because it's the only Chris I know on there.
I think Peter knows the answer here. Peter?
I know it's not Chris Hemsworth. I think it's Chris Pratt. My daughter would be the expert on this. She loves all the Marvel films. She'd have got that straight away.
Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's Chris Pratt. So a chance for Barry to take the lead. Here we go. Who directed the 1962 film Lawrence of Arabia? Barry? Was it Alfred Hitchcock, David Lean, or Tony Richardson?
Oh, this is one of my favourite films. And Lawrence of Arabia was directed by the wonderful David Lean.
David Lean is correct. Famous shot, isn't there?
Oh, of Omar Sharif going through the desert on his camel.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
That's right. Got to get this one right to stay in, Keith. What is the name of the fictional hotel in which the 1980s Stanley Kubrick film The Shining is set? The Bird's Nest Hotel, the Overlook Hotel, or the Lakeside Hotel?
Well, it's not the Lakeside Hotel. The only one I've heard of there is the Overlook Hotel, and I've actually read the book The Shining, so I'm going for Overlook Hotel, Jeremy.
Overlook Hotel is correct. OK, so level, but Barry, you can take the round with this. who plays the role of Marcella in the TV comedy series Game Face? Sharon Horgan, Aisling Bea, or Roisin Connerty?
Unfortunately, I've never heard of this comedy, so this would be an out-and-out guess. And I'll go for Roisin Connerty.
Roisin Connerty. Lisa?
He's quite right.
Is quite right.
Oh, I do apologise over that.
They're not getting anything wrong, these eggheads. Even when they're guessing, they're right. Oh, the agony, Barry. You've outshirted Keith.
Only just.
All right, Barry, in the final. Come back to us, please, and we'll play on. All right, Gatley Floggers, it's tricky now, but it's not impossible, not by any means. You've lost 3 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost none. And the last subject before the final is politics. So it's going to be Peter or Mike?
Me. Captain takes one for the team, I think.
OK, Peter, in we go. And you're taking on one of the two on the right, Kevin or Lisa?
Lisa.
Very good. So Peter from the Gatley Floggers taking on Lisa on politics. And let's see whether you could just pull one back now. Please take your positions. Good luck here, Peter. And I know you're the son of the 1966 England World Cup winner, Nobby Stiles.
Certainly am, yes.
Fantastic. So I guess you've been very used to all the adulation he rightly had.
Yeah, he's just part of who he is, and growing up, part of what we're used to. So to me, it was just my dad.
All right, well, listen, good luck in this round. Up against Lisa. And would you like to go first or second?
Well, first hasn't been working, so I'm going to go second.
OK, and Eggheads, no questions wrong, Lisa, so far. How about that?
Like there wasn't enough pressure on me already.
Not that I'm trying to jinx you.
No, not at all.
OK, what political term derived from the Greek word to lead is used to mean the dominance of one state or social group over another? Hegemony, bipartisanship, or totalitarianism?
I think that must be hegemony.
It is hegemony. Could have been tempted by totalitarianism. I guess that's one individual, really, isn't it?
That's kind of a style of government rather than a form of dominance, I guess.
Understood. OK. Peter, back to you. Who described David Cameron as dodgy during a debate in the House of Commons in February 2015? Was it Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage, or Ed Miliband?
So it was in the Houses of Parliament, so it can't be Nigel Farage. I'm going to have to go, I think, with Ed Miliband.
Ed Miliband is quite right. Lisa, what name was given to the statement by 4 senior Labour politicians that was issued in January 1981 and began with the line, "The calamitous outcome of the Labour Party Wembley Conference demands a new start in British politics"? The Poplar Declaration, the Limehouse Declaration, or the Shadwell Declaration?
Is this what led to the SDP? Showing my youth. I think it's the Limehouse Declaration.
The Limehouse Declaration is quite right, and they became the SDP, breaking away from Labour. Peter, which man who later went on to become Prime Minister succeeded Lord Halifax as Foreign Secretary in 1940? Anthony Eden, Alec Douglas Hume, or Harold Wilson?
I don't think it'd be Harold Wilson. Anthony Eden, Alex... Eden. I'll go Anthony Eden.
Indeed it is Anthony Eden, that's right. So 2 to you, and we go back to Lisa for your third. Who was Prime Minister of France at the start of World War II? Edouard Daladier, Léon Blum, or Pierre Laval?
Now, there is a Laval Pact, but I can't remember which war that pact is part of. So that's not really narrowing it down hugely. Although I suppose it does help that I can place at least one of them as a vaguely wartime Prime Minister. No, I really don't know, but I'll have to have a punt on Pierre Laval.
Barry, what went wrong there?
Well, Pierre Laval was one of the leaders of the Vichy government.
He took over later,
He took over later when the Germans had invaded
All
France.
I said was wartime Prime Minister, OK? Relatively close.
So Pierre Laval it was not. This is the first question the Eggheads have got wrong in this contest. Edouard Daladier. is the answer, Lisa. This is good now. Peter, a chance. On the night in 1976 when George W. Bush was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol, he had been engaged in a drinking contest with which Wimbledon tennis champion? John Newcombe, Arthur Ashe, or Jan Kodesh?
It wouldn't be Arthur Ashe. I think he was pretty much teetotal. Jan Kodesh, possibly. John Newcombe. Between those two, I think John Newcombe's the more likely, but therefore, since it's the last question, do I switch it around to go for the other one? I'll go John Newcombe.
So you rule out Arthur Ashe because he was teetotal.
I think.
Jan Kodesh would have been wrong as well. John Newcombe is quite right. Well done. 3 out of 3. Well done, Peter. Peter Styles in the final. Feels right, doesn't it? Sorry, Lisa.
There are undiscovered tribes in the Amazonian rainforest who went, oh, Lisa got picked on politics. See you in the final, Peter.
Okay, well, if you come back to us, both of you, we will play that final round for £2,000. Okay, a late comeback from our brilliant challengers here, and this is what we've been playing towards. It is time for our final round. As always, it's general knowledge, but I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So, Chris, Keith and Ray from the Gatley Floggers, but also Lisa from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Peter and Mike, you're playing to win the Gatley Floggers £2,000. Barry, Chris, Pat, Kevin, here you are playing to just keep the Eggheads' reputation protected and get a run going. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. Gentlemen, you can confer. Okay. So, Gatley Floggers, the question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4 turbo brains over here? I bet you can do it. Do you want to go first or second, Mike?
We've decided to go second.
All right, so the first question to the Eggheads. Here we are, final round, £2,000. Who was the winner of the 2017 series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Was it Georgia Toffolo, Jamie Lomas, or Vanessa White?
I think it was Georgia
Toffolo, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
From Made in Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think either of the others is, as far as I'm aware.
No, it was definitely Georgia.
I think she won that one. We think that's Georgia Toffolo.
It is Georgia Toffolo. Well done. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, your question. In covert operations, what name is given to activities carried out by a party that is pretending to be someone else? Is it false flag, false banner, or false sigil?
False flag. False flag.
I think so.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm 99% certain.
Okay.
Pretty certain. So, up to you.
We'll go for false flag.
False flag is the right answer. Your teammates like that. Well done. First one to you. Okay, Eggheads, you're second. Trevor Francis became the first British £1 million footballer in 1979 when he left which club to join Nottingham Forest? West Bromwich Albion, Aston Villa, or Birmingham City?
Birmingham City.
It's Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Birmingham City. That was Birmingham City.
Birmingham City is correct. Here we go with your second. Which of these politicians was born first? Jacob Rees-Mogg, Philip Hammond, or Michael Gove?
I don't think it's Jacob Rees-Mogg.
He's not as old as he looks.
Isn't Gove similar to Cameron?
Gove is same sort of age. They were at Eton or whatever together, or Oxford together.
Should we go for Hammond?
Hammond, he's the, what do you think? I'd go, yeah. It's hard to say. Yeah, I think
Process of elimination.
Yeah, go for that one.
We'll go for Philip Hammond, Jeremy.
On the basis he's got more grey hair, and you're absolutely right. Philip Hammond it is. Well done.
Yes.
Okay, Eggheads. The male of which bird of prey is known as a musket? Peregrine, sparrowhawk, or osprey?
Could you spell that, please?
M-U-S-K-E-T, musket.
I don't think it's a peregrine or an osprey. It might be a sparrowhawk. I'm not certain though.
Okay, no, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, peregrine's just a peregrine and osprey's an osprey. Yeah, I'd go for sparrowhawk.
Okay.
Not certain.
I don't know this at all, so...
I don't think it's as major a bird as the peregrine, or as exotic as an osprey. I think it's one of the fairly standard birds of prey.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. absolutely certain on this, Jeremy, we're going to go for Sparrowhawk.
You need Judith here, don't you? She loves her birds. Sparrowhawk is correct.
Well done, guys.
I really thought that they were going to crumble on that. You must get this right to stay in. Here's your question. What is Thailand's largest island by area? What is Thailand's largest island by area? Phuket, Koh Samui, or Koh Phi Phi?
I think it's Phuket.
I don't. That jumps out at you, does it?
It did, yeah, because I've heard of it.
Well, I've heard of them all, but the one that's least well known is Koh Phi Phi. So that might be sort of like a double bluff, you know that.
Yeah.
So
You chance it.
I think we chance it.
Koh Phi Phi.
Yeah. I just got a feeling it's not Phuket.
Okay. Risky answer, Jeremy. We're going for Koh Phi Phi.
Koh Phi Phi. I don't know Thailand, but Barry, you will have been there.
Yes, I've been to all 3 islands.
Yes, of
I
course.
believe it's the largest one is Phuket.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
Phuket is the right answer.
Sorry, mate, my fault.
Don't you worry, but we have to say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. I'm sorry, challengers. It's one of those, isn't it? Seems like the obvious one, and you think, maybe it's not the obvious one. Commiserations, Gatley Floggers, but you definitely got the putter out of the tree with this game, no question. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them, and they reign supreme over Quizland still. And it does mean the challengers don't win the £2,000, so we roll the money over. Eggheads, congrats. Now, Kevin, you had a question.
Yeah, I asked about the Panoram. Was a machine that was popular in the US in the 1940s, and it was the early example of a device for doing what?
And I was thinking something camera, but I think only because of the word panorama.
Yeah, you're not a million miles away. The answer is watching music videos.
Oh.
It's often said that music videos were an invention of the late 70s, particularly, and the one that's always cited as being the first one is Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. But in fact, there was this device which was like a kind of visual jukebox called a Panoram, which showed 3.5 minute 16mm film clips synchronised with music, and these things were known as soundies. And in fact, there were later precursors of music videos as well in the 60s and early 70s, but this one was the earliest device. Unfortunately, it only lasted for a few years, and then the factories were given over to war production, and then after the war, television came along, and so it lost its momentum, but that's what it was.
Thank you, Kevin. I hope you got that at home. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat this lot over here who are playing well. There will be £3,000 to win in the next contest. Until we quiz again, goodbye.